Hi everyone, welcome back to DIY Everything. Today I am going to try to make date bars. This will be my first time making them, and it's going to be an alternative to all the bad things we eat. Dates are good in fiber, potassium, magnesium, and folate. And it also supports brain, digestive, and heart health. So instead of me picking up that Mr. Good bar or Twix, I thought I'll make some date bars. It is a healthy alternative to eating, a lot of chocolate, which I love. So I'm trying to do better and try something different. So this is my first time making date bars. So the ingredients you will need, of course, dates. You will need some chopped dates, which I am using the brand Terrasoul Pitted Measure Dates. So they are pitted, and I had to chop them up. And you'll need 3 cups of dates. And then you'll need 1 cup of water. Then you'll need just 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I have here. And you'll also need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, which I already extracted my lemon juice from a lemon. So that's 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then you're going to need 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. So that's for the filling of the date bars. Now I'm going to go to what you will need for the crust for the date bars. So you're going to need 1½ thing of oats, 1½ of oats. Then you're going to need 1½ unbleached all-purpose flour. Then you're going to need 1 cup of brown sugar. 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda. And I think I got a little ahead of myself. You're going to need another 3/4 teaspoons of salt to put in the crust as well. Then you're going to need 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And last of the crust ingredients, you will need a 1/2 cup of walnuts. And you can leave those out if you don't like nuts, but I love walnuts, so I wanted those in my date bars. So that's it for the filling and the crust part. You'll also need, the supplies you'll need is your bowl and your baking dish, which you can spray it or you can line it with parchment paper. And I choose to line it with parchment paper. So as I mix the ingredients, I'm just going to let the music play softly while I prepare the ingredients. I don't want to mess up anything because this is my first time making it. So I'm going to just let the music play softly. And you just watch me as I mix up the ingredients. And please do go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. All right. So watch me as I mix the ingredients. Now to make the filling for the date bars, in a small saucepan, which I have here, I already turned my eye on medium. So what you're going to do is fill your saucepan with, you're going to combine the dates. And then you're going to put the water in. Your salt. And your lemon juice. Now it says just to bring that mixture to a boil, reduce the heat to low, and then simmer for 3 to 4 minutes until the water is absorbed and the mixture has thickened a little bit. And then you remove it from the heat. And then you stir in your vanilla and then you set it aside. So let me let this boil down a little. Okay, now that the mixture has thickened a little bit, what I'm going to do is turn off my eye and I'm going to remove it away from the heat. Then I'm going to mix in the vanilla extract and just stir it a little. And just let it cool while I work on my crust. Now I'm going to mix my oats in a bowl and my flour, my brown sugar, baking soda, and my salt. I'm just going to whisk all this together. Really well. Then I'm going to stir in my melted butter. And this is to make the crust. It's mixing up your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients. So you're stirring that up pretty well. Then once you do that, you're just gonna press the crust mixture into your prepared pan. Make sure you grease it or use the parchment paper. Just make sure you don't have any gaps in the crust and just spread it out evenly. And a spatula works very well for that. You spread it out and mash it down evenly so it'll conform to the bowl. And I'm going to get some of my walnuts and just sprinkle them over the crust and mash them down in there. I like a little walnut taste throughout my any kind of little snack bars I'm making. I like my walnuts, so I'm just going to put a few. Around it. And make sure you have chopped walnuts. I'm just breaking them up a little bit more. To get a few within my mixture, my crust mixture. What I'm doing is just mash those down in my mixture. I'm only making a small pan because I'm not sure how this is going to taste since this is my first time making it. So I don't want to waste a whole lot of ingredients in case it's not to my liking. Now once I, put a little bit of walnuts within my crust, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to top the crust with the date filling. Hope I didn't make too much date filling, but we will see here. And the recipe I've used from offline is a Land O'Lakes recipe, which I know you probably heard of Land O'Lakes butter. So I use their recipe. You're just spreading that filling out over that crust evenly. So what I'm going to do now is the remainder of my nuts, I'm going to sprinkle it over the filling. All right, now that I got it all prepared, I am going to put it in the oven for 30 minutes on 350, and I'll come back to show you how it looks. But it does say you cannot cut them until they cool for at least 30 minutes to allow them to cool right out of the oven. So I'll be back to show you when they finish baking.